Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Venus is now in Cancer from 17th of July to 11th of August. Cancer is the feminine archetype where actions are initiated under the impulse of emotions. But in true feminine archetype, ideal results are achieved by being in the mode of willing to receive versus chasing the outcome. This becomes an important factor to consider because this energy of Venus would stay from 17th of July to 11th of August, and it will influence the choices we will make in finances, in heart, in creativity. The art of doing nothing but focusing on personal security and well-being, leading to attracting all that you desire, is the vibe of a feminine Venus, like right now in Cancer. Emotional closeness, a bit of old-fashioned romance, nostalgia, good food and warm comfort, a touch of craving the clinginess in relationship. It becomes fundamental in our heart choices. We bruise easily and we protect ours fervently. What makes us happy beyond that in this period is usually the art of homemaking, cooking, decorating home. Aesthetics and romance, they need to be served with a dose of security and fulfillment of mutual emotional needs. Otherwise, we are just lying to ourselves about what we want in a relationship. Even though we are entering a very bold period, end of this week with an epic Leo season, with once in lifetime Mars, Uranus, North Node conjunction in Taurus, which was last only seen in the 1800s, which screams autonomy, touch of anarchy, and the need for sudden changes, know that in love and money you would still crave a sense of security and a sense of emotional comfort. We would have to find a way, and we had the ability to find a way due to a positive aspect between this Venus in Cancer and this Mars-Uranus North Node conjunction around 2nd of August to balance our need for intimacy, our need for security, and our craving for the unorthodox, our craving for independence, and our craving for even a belligerent life. So don't hold yourself back if you're trying to break through a fixed mold of life, because right now, with this need of security being a dominant factor, you could hold yourself back. I'm asking you to not do that because you have the ability to make these two work together, in my view. Again, we have to look at our individual financial situation. We have to look at our own emotional comfort in doing things. But depending on the aspects that I see right now on 2nd of August, despite the external volatility, we do have a tool to combine the two together. Sometimes, as a precursor to this aspect, we would spend or invest in family, in home, in some sort of a warm comfort place, whether it is in form of household improvement, aesthetics improvements, or investing in home, investing in some fixed asset which gives you comfort in volatile times, investing in real estate, or just purely a family holiday that brings you a sense of feeling at home, or reconnecting with home, or reconnecting with family, reconnecting with your needs, internal needs. Because if we try to hold ourselves back, there might be something where we'll compromise our honesty, our truth. So there is a need to give Venus in Cancer the chance to do its job, which is to give us our sense of feeling home within. And then we would see that it would become a positive force instead of a highly emotional energy, because Venus is considered to be not so strong in Cancer. It's considered to be over emotional. But when we use energy positively, there is a way to make it work for us. And that's the way, in my view, to make it work for us. The Venus in Cancer energy will work positively with the Taurus conjunction in Mars, Uranus, and North Node. And it's a sextile. So we have to go into it. We have to work towards it. We have to use it. So if you're trying to break through a fixed mold of your life, you have the ability, in my view, to make these two work together. Your need for security, your need to feel comfortable, you need to have a cushy life, your need to feel emotionally satisfied, you need to pursue your soul's purpose. And the other side of it, which is the money and sudden changes in the global financial situation and your need to earn income in a very unique and different way, there is a way to bring these two parts of you together. And we'll have an aspect on 2nd of August, which could bring you opportunities, which could bring an impetus if you take the initiative to make these two work together. As I said, as a precursor to that, sometimes money is spent in Cancer themes, in family, in home, in household improvements, in aesthetics, in family holidays, to bring that sense of feeling at home before we feel ready to take a bold plunge, which in my view would be end of July, early August energy, which we have spoken about by sign in the videos I did. That's what we are all revving up for. We discussed that in the last reading. We are revving up to that change, that acceleration of change that we'll see in our individual situation as well as in the global structural situation. This aspect of 2nd of August of Venus making a sextile with Mars, Uranus and North Node is also a significator of our ability to leverage the skills and resources we hold in creative fields, in human psychology, in inner peace. If you've worked actively towards creating that, or you might be working actively now to create these resources in creativity, in human psychology, in inner peace, in home, in real estate, in aesthetics of homemaking, in cooking, in childcare, in family business, in ancestral or your home country's cultural assets, if you have skill sets or resources around that, we have the ability to convert those assets into tangible outcomes, outcomes, and have bold endeavors in those directions. For example, if you're working on a cultural field which is connected to your home country, which is connected to your roots, you have the ability to convert it into a tangible outcome, into a lucrative tangible outcome. If you've been working in the field of human psychology, of helping people understanding human psychology better, you might be able to convert that into a business which is lucrative in nature. If you have been working in the field of anything related to Cancer themes, for example, cooking, childcare, family business, you might have the ability to convert that into a business. You might have the ability to convert the inner peace or the ability to take care of yourself, or the spending time with your family, or just bringing your emotions home. You'll be able to leverage that to wither to go through the volatility of the global events that we are about to experience. And emotions will get a little bit over the top, both in relationships and financials. It happens when Venus is in Cancer. Emotions are on the top. Emotions do stay on the surface, and they are a force of change. Cancer is a cardinal sign. We take action in Cancer when planets are in Cancer. It incites us to take action, but those actions are taken driven by emotions, driven by the soul changes, the inner changes that we make. Especially around 9th of August, when we'll have Venus opposed Pluto, the emotions will get, there could be a financial matter or a relationship matter where there could be control issues, and there could be a turning point which might come about at that time, especially for cardinal signs around 27 degree, which is Aries, Libra, Cancer, Capricorn. So that's around 17th of April born, 19th of July born, 20th of October born, or 18th of January born. These are the degrees, 27 degree of cardinal sign, and these specific around these dates born, they seem to be dealing with the Pluto's peak influence this year, including the whole of United States, because United States is going through its Pluto return. So the Pluto influence is really strong on the country changes, on the resources of the country, on the value system of the country, on the finances of the country. So we can expect things to come to head, so as to speak, in a particular financial matter, or a relationship, or a diplomacy matter, or in a personal need, which has been, unsaid for a long time. We have not said our piece on what we truly need. Cancer is about our emotional needs, which might have been compromised or suppressed for a very long time, and that might get vocalized this week itself, because we will have Sun and Mercury oppose Pluto this week, and we'll talk about that aspect in detail in our weekly reading, which will follow this Venus in Cancer reading. Hope you're having a warm, cozy Sunday with yours. Make use of the Venus in Cancer energy that is with us to come home with yourself, to think about deeply, intently on what brings you happiness, what brings you emotional stability, what brings you the comfort that you seek out of the relationships and the financial situations and outcomes that you're chasing right now. Because some of the financial outcomes, they're very lucrative in the worldly sense, but they are not in line with who you are as a person. We are going to see the truth of that to some extent during the course of this week, possibly through a conflict which will get replicated around 9th of August. And we, of course, are stepping into a time of financial volatility, which will come to a head with the Mars-Uranus North Node aspect, which we have been discussing for a while. But as it is North Node, this is not something we should fear. This is something which is meant to be the next chapter of our growth that comes through sudden changes. The changes of financial nature that we are about to enter into, they are required for us to move to the next chapter. I'll leave this meme. I think this movie is Mother. For those of you who are watching me on YouTube, you can probably see it on your screen. I haven't dared to watch this movie, but I thought that this dialogue from that movie was really relevant to the energy of right now. It's this movie the trailer scared me to death, so I have not yet watched this. It's quite a emotionally intense movie, and I think it's a little bit of horrific one. It shows, the director has tried to show Mother Nature's revenge on mankind for destroying its child. Earth, essentially, it's Mother Nature basically acts back on people for destroying Earth, and it is shown in a biblical sense. Maybe a good watch for 9th of August, maybe in line with the energy. I'll see you in the next reading now. Thank you.